Hey guys, I'm back. This is video 2 today. This is my Royal Rumble, Remember the Rumble predictions. So we're just gonna go. I'm doing the pre-show, the main card, and I'm gonna spend some time on the Rumble match. Probably not a lot, maybe 5 minutes, because I really don't. I have about five surprise maybe six. We'll see. So I have one issue with this, and that is this is a Raw heavy card. There's only 2 SmackDown matches. One on the pre-show and one on the main card. The U.S. title, and the Intercontinental title are not involved. The SmackDown Tag Team titles are not involved. Oh, the SmackDown Women's title isn't involved, but the Women's Champion is involved, but not the title. So that's pretty much my issue with it. Because pretty much we keep getting the SmackDown title matches. We keep getting them on SmackDown. So I'm just gonna get right into it. We're going to start off with the pre-show, and that is, first off, this is the one of 2 SmackDown matches. It is a 6-women's tag team match involving Nikki Bella, Becky Lynch, and Naomi against SmackDown Women's Champion Alexa Bliss, Natalya, and Mickie James having her first match on the main roster. I can't say in WWE because she had an NXT takeover. Her first match on the main roster I think, in 7 years, since 2010. So, this is going to be just like that match at SummerSlam when they had, I think it was an 8-women tag team match? An 8 or 6-women tag team match? It was just to have it. Yeah, it was a 6-women tag team match when they just had it to have it. So this is not going to be a great match. It's probably just going to be eh. I see the heels winning, but I predict the heels winning. But I see WWE booking it as the faces going over because that's what they do most of the time with these type matches. And if the heels do win, I see either Alexa Bliss or Mickie James getting the victory over Nikki Bella or Becky Lynch. Alexa getting it over Nikki probably, or Mickie getting it over Nikki, not Nikki, or yeah, possibly Nikki, or them getting it over Becky. If it involves Nikki, it's going to be Natalya distracting her, leading into Mickie James's finisher, which will eventually lead into Alexa's finisher. So I predict the heels, but I know in WWE's booking it's going to lean more toward the faces. Okay, next up is Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax. This is going to be better than that one. It's going to be a fun, good match. I predict Nia winning because they're pretty much going to book. I see they want to book Nia Jax as a dominant heel, so you have to have her beat Sasha. She's already beaten Bayley, so if she was able to beat Sasha, that would pretty much put her right in line, because if she already beat the last 2 challengers that Charlotte has faced for the women's title, that puts Nia right there. I see the way Nia winning is because Sasha's got to be selling the knee injury, so Sasha's knee gives out or something, and then Nia flattens her. So I predict Nia Jax winning to set up a match with Charlotte down the line, or a possible fatal 4-way with those 4 women: Sasha, Bayley, Charlotte, and Nia. So yeah, I see Nia Jax winning. And next up is the Raw Tag Team titles. Sheamus and Cesaro versus Gallows and Anderson. I want Gallows and Anderson to win because I like to see them with the Tag Team titles, and since they are the heels, pretty much the only pure heels in the Tag Team division, because no one cares about the Shining Stars. New Day's face, Enzo and Cass are face, Sheamus and Cesaro face. And I don't think they're going to be calling up the Revival to Raw, because I see the Revival more leaning towards SmackDown, because SmackDown needs the help in the tag team division. I mean, they only really got 1 team. Everyone else is either a jobber team or injured, or Ryder got injured, or injured, yeah, because rumors one of the Usos is hurt. Zack Ryder had the knee surgery. Okay, so yeah, I predict them winning, but I want them to win, but I see Sheamus and Cesaro retaining. Probably hold it for one more pay-per-view, going into Fastlane, or going straight into Mania. They won't go after Mania as tag team. That I don't see happening. They'll drop it to a legitimate tag team. Okay, so now we're going to go right into the main card. Now, these matches, I feel, are going to be lasting a while. Longer than we probably expected them. They would have lasted on a normal pay-per-view card, a exclusive pay-per-view card. like a Raw exclusive or a SmackDown exclusive, because the Rumble's about like 5 hours long. Because. Okay, so we're gonna get right into it. First off is I don't think this is gonna be the order of the card, but this is how I just have it written down. We have the Cruiserweight title, Neville challenging Rich Swann. This is probably going to be about a 10 to 15 minute match. Longer than it usually would have been. I see Swann retaining. I predict Rich Swann retaining for one reason. To not put the title on Neville just yet, because Neville's doing a great job. His heel persona is pretty much he's pissed off at the Cruiserweight division. So you know what you do? You have him not win the title just yet. So that way, when he gets a rematch at 205 or Fastlane, he is so pissed off that he won't make a mistake. So you have Swann win this match by like a roll up. So it pisses Neville off even more. So he's done so much aggression in his promos, and you can see it in him. He gets even more aggressive, more angry. So he just takes it out on every cruiserweight in every match. He takes it out on guys like who's a good one he could take it out on? He takes it out on a guy like Cedric Alexander on Raw, or Lince Dorado, maybe even a Mustafa Ali, possibly Jack Gallagher, even though Gallagher's probably getting one of the best pushes on the damn Cruiserweight division. Hell, even have him take out a heel like a Drew Gulak, or maybe even take out Sin Cara just to take him out, and which will lead up to like a no disqualification stipulation for the Cruiserweight title, or like a ladder match where he walks out the champion. Okay, so I see that. That's going to be a good match. Probably going to be the best match the Cruiserweights have had since coming up, because the best match the Cruiserweights had was that Fatal 4-Way on the Raw after the Cruiserweight Classic ended. Because we still haven't seen Grand Metalik debut either. Well, return after that. Okay, so next up we have is the Raw Women's title, and that's Charlotte versus Bayley. Charlotte the champion. Gonna be a great match. Time length, I give it 20 to 25 minutes. Just because it's gonna be fun. I see Charlotte retaining. When she loses the title, I see her losing the title way at WrestleMania. That's when I see her losing it. She's not gonna lose it here at the Rumble. It's gonna be a great match. A possible 4-star match for the women's division. The reason why I don't see, because the WWE Charlotte's pay-per-view win streak means more. We've seen it because all those matches with Sasha, how she immediately dropped at the next pay-per-view. So I see Charlotte winning. It's gonna be a great match. Next up we have is the Universal title match. Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns in a no DQ match. Jericho locked up in the damn shark cage. As he calls himself, he's going to be the sexy pinata. Jericho. This match is going to be long. Probably not the longest match. Well, non-Rumble match. I put it at probably 25 to a half hour. Give or take a few minutes. Because there's going to be some bull. There's going to be some shenanigans happening. Someone's getting involved or some way like that. I predict Reigns winning. Everyone sees it happening. That's why he dropped the title to the GOAT Jericho. So the match is not. They're gonna try, but I don't. People have really shattered on all the Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens matches, from live events to Raw to Roadblock. They just have been shatting all over it. It's probably going to be enjoyable, but no one's going to care because of the match that's coming up after and the fact that it's the Rumble. So no one's really much going to care for it. Reigns is going to get booed. Owens is going to get cheered. Jericho's going to be... The crowd's probably going to hijack the match where they're going to be chanting probably sexy pinata at Jericho. So yeah, I see Reigns winning. Next matchup is the co-main event. And that is John Cena versus AJ Styles for the WWE title. This is definitely going to be the longest match. Probably half hour. It's going to be a definite 30-plus minute match. I see John Cena winning. I predict John Cena winning his 16th title. Believe me, I want AJ to win. I'm a huge AJ. I'm gonna admit it. I'm a huge AJ Styles mark. He's my favorite active wrestler. Not all time. All time is The Undertaker, but he's my favorite active wrestler. He is my number one. As a everyone on Earth, AJ is number one. He was always my favorite in TNA. I saw some of the stuff he did in Ring of Honor and New Japan, and then when he finally came to WWE, just cemented it for me. So yeah, Cena wins. I don't think I'm the only one who's not going to complain. I wouldn't complain because of the rumor that John Cena's going to go into a WrestleMania feud with Samoa Joe. So I see them doing the same thing with Joe that they did with Balor back in the summer before Balor got hurt, where they just push him right into the main event. They go all behind him, pretty much have him main event, beat Cena. Remember, Balor beat Reigns on his first night. He beat Roman Reigns. Have Joe beat Cena at Mania, walk out the champ. Hopefully he don't get hurt. So that's all the singles matches. So now we're going to go right into the Royal Rumble match. Arguably the best, the most unpredictable Rumble match in a very long time. Because the past, since 2013, the Rumble outcomes have been very predictable. 2013, we knew Cena was winning. 2014, we knew Batista was winning. 15, we knew Reigns was winning. And last year, we all knew Triple H was winning. You know, last year's Rumble was great, but the outcome was very predictable. So these are the guys that are currently involved in the Rumble. It's not 30. We still got about 8 free spots. So here they are. We got Lesnar, Goldberg, The Undertaker, Sami Zayn, Braun Strowman, all 3 members of the New Day, all 3 members of the Wyatt family, the Raw Tag Team Champions, Sheamus and Cesaro, The Miz, Mojo Rawley. Why? Oh, Mojo, not Miz. Ambrose, Jericho, Ziggler, Rusev, Big Cass. I think that's it. And Baron Corbin. So that's 22 of the main roster. That's pretty much it. We have 8 open slots. That's a lot. Going into pretty much the final stages, the end of the Rumble. It's there. The Rumble's coming. The Rumble is 48 hours away. That's a lot of open spots. I have 5 predictions, 6 of who'll be surprises. 2 of them are pretty much locks, and that is Samoa Joe and Ty Dillinger. So I put it about at 24. Still got 6 open slots. I think that's what people are going to be expecting most of the Rumble. Like, okay, who comes out? Let's see us. We got these open spots. When we see people coming out, we're expected the 22. Oh, yeah, and I also forgot Big Show. When we see the 22 guys coming out, we'll be like, okay, we're going to do this. Like, okay, we know he's in the Rumble. The surprises are probably going to catch it. Because we expect Joe and Dillinger, but it's still going to make us mark the hell out. I love Samoa Joe. I've always been a big Samoa Joe fan from his days in TNA. I like Dillinger. The 10 gimmick is over as hell. Hopefully they put him at number 10. So if that happens, the arena explodes. Probably break the network. If that happens, the network will probably break. So yeah, those 2. My other predictions: a possible return for Finn Balor. If that happens, that'll probably be the mark out moment minus Dillinger's 10 moment. And 2 wild cards. I was reading this online, I'd say Tuesday, that the new UK champion, Tyler Bate, and his opponent, and the man he beat, Pete Dunne, were removed from their show, from the show they're supposed to be on this week for a possible Royal Rumble appearance. Now, that would be interesting because they're doing it at a pay-per-view, so the crowd is going to, because it's usually pay-per-view crowds are marquee crowds, and it is, it's San Antonio, so it's going to be a marquee crowd. They're going to get an ovation. If that does happen, I don't see them lasting long. Like, they're probably, Dunn will throw out Tyler Bate, and then Dunn will get eliminated by, Sheamus or someone like that. But this is just so interesting, because here are my 5 predictions on who's going to win it. The Undertaker, Braun Strowman, the GOAT Chris Jericho, Samoa Joe, or Finn Balor. Those are the 5. I predict winning any one of those 5. I predict winning. This Rumble, you can't have one solid answer. You can't. You just can't. And the other surprise, I'm guessing, I would say DDP to promote his Hall of Fame induction. That's pretty much all I see in his DVD coming out. Unless they put King or Bradshaw in it. Maybe to put Bradshaw in it to get Ziggler. I don't know. So yeah, that's my predictions. Those 5. Undertaker wins. I'm marking the hell out because he's my number 1 wrestler. Undertaker, Joe, Balor, Jericho, Strowman. Now this is the less likely. Strowman less likely because if Reigns is the Universal Champion, no one's gonna want to see that match at Mania. Jericho because he's already the U.S. Champion. That means he'd have to drop that to someone. And we know Jericho probably won't come out on top. Samoa Joe and Undertaker are like the 2 likeliest. Because Undertaker, that's been pretty much when he announced himself, everyone said, Taker won. When he announced himself 2 weeks ago, they said, oh, he won. And who's the other one? And Finn Balor, if he was to win it, it's pretty much like to do a redemption story. Like, maybe they'll finally turn Reigns heel, or he'll go against Owens, which I think was the plan before he got hurt, was to him feud with Rollins one more time, then go right into a feud with Owens and Jericho. So yeah, all in all, it's gonna be a very good show. Here's my prediction winners. The heels: Alexa, Natalya, and Mickey. Nia Jax, Sheamus and Cesaro, Rich Swann, Charlotte, Reigns, Cena, and those 5 guys that I said: Joe, Taker, Balor, Jericho, and Strowman. So thank you guys for watching. Comment down below who you think is gonna win the Rumble match, and who you think is gonna be surprise entrance, and who you think is gonna win these other matches. Give me your predictions, and I'll see you guys again. And I'll see you guys Monday for a Royal Rumble review. Bye.